Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Buzzing with Brilliance podcast, where we share extraordinary entrepreneurs' secrets of scaling to success. My name is Mary Gooden. I am delighted to be your host. I am a #1 international best-selling author, speaker, podcaster. I like to call myself the CEO of my brilliant life, and I help heart-centered, purpose-driven entrepreneurs really increase the VIP, the visibility, the impact, and of course, the prosperity that we came here to align with. Today, we are sharing the brilliant Kim Van de Sande. She is an amazing visionary. Kim, welcome to the show. Thanks so much for being here.
Yes, thank you. I'm excited to share a beautiful conversation with you and everyone tuning in. So thank you.
Thank you. We always do get to share some beautiful conversations. So, would you share with us, of course, where you are in the world and how you support your clients?
Yes, I am in the Netherlands. So for me, it's a beautiful evening time. But I always love, I think that's the beautiful thing about this time and space. We can connect with everyone around the world in beautiful ways. And in the end, I help people to come back to their heart, to their purest self, and from that bring their mission into the world or their purpose or whatever they feel called and guided to do. And it's really helping them break down all the barriers, all the limiting beliefs, all the traumatic experiences that are holding them back of stepping fully into what they're being guided to. So but I would always say, like, I follow my heart and I inspire others to do the same. And from that, beautiful things unfold. And yeah, for everyone that looks different. So in
It
the end,
does.
it's about shining our light. Yeah.
It looks different for all of us, and
Yes.
what a blessing.
It
But
truly is.
yeah, what I've found, and which is why I love to support these conversations, is even though it looks different for each of us, there's still something that each one of us has that activates one another. This
Mhm.
is how I have found it to be. So I did, and I don't know about you, I spent many years thinking that I needed to do a lot of I'm going to use the word spiritual, soulful work myself. But it wasn't until I started dancing with others, connecting with others, learning from others,
Yeah.
that the biggest part of my growth came into fruition. And this is, it's been brilliant ever since. That's what I like
Yeah.
to say.
Yeah.
We would
I love
love, I know we would. I speak for all of us out there in audience land to hear a little bit about your hero's journey to entrepreneurship. How did you step in with your whole heart? And
Yes. Oh, well, for me, it was a pivotal moment, I think 5 years ago, where it's totally not entrepreneurial, but I had a chronic illness. And through my own healing experience and the magical things I experienced through energetic work, through healing my traumas, reconnecting to my pure essence, because in the end, it was my soul calling me home. But the more I connected to this home, the more I felt guided to share it with others. Because sometimes we can feel like, okay, I'm stuck in this, or there's no solution, or there's no but I notice in myself with dedication and with focus and with love and compassion how we can transform our physical body and how we can transform the life we're living. And it's truly like for me, that was this that ignited within me, like, okay, I want to share this with others and I want to bring this to the world and I want to connect others with this. So it ignited this mission or this purpose, and that propelled me in this whole journey of growth and expansion. And in the end, channeling my book and all of that, and my card deck and my business flew coming from that. But it was really this my own embodiment journey. So for me, it was really, now I can see it was a huge initiation that guided me to step on this path where I now get to guide others in that. But it's truly about walking the path. So that's really for me as well. It's an important key. Like, I can understand a lot with my mind, but it's feeling it in our body. It's knowing it in every cell of us. That is what truly brings the change. And that is also how we can share it with others, because we've lived it. We've went through it. And I think it's also with entrepreneurship. Like, for me, it's a constant journey of growth and expansion and learning more about myself and others. And it truly is like, if you want exponential growth, start a business, because it will really show you as well, like, where are your limitations. And each time your business is desiring to grow, you're also being invited to grow. And that's where the component of love and compassion comes in, because we need a lot of doses of that.
Mm.
focus, drivenness, but also love and compassion for every part that feels uncomfortable, but still we're doing it. Or, yeah, so it's really a beautiful journey.
In case y'all miss the invitation, step in, do it.
Yes, 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 it truly is. Yeah.
Find that power of love within you. I love that. I mean, I don't love that. We don't always love the activations or the experiences or the circumstances that drive us home.
No, no.
But it is, we are all being driven or activated to this home. And when I talk about home, I'm
Mhm.
talking about to the heart,
Yeah.
to the soul, to the very piece of what you came to be in the
Mm.
world, the vibration you came to hold. And Kim and I share a lot in common vibrationally with that. We both are very, very devoted to bringing love and supporting others to feel loved and
Mhm.
feel their own love. And one
Yeah.
thing that you did say, I just want to put in perspective for everybody. Yes, you must do this in the body.
Yes, yes. Yes, that's an important key.
Great
And
advice.
and sometimes also the most uncomfortable, because then we get to feel, we get to reconnect with parts of us, because it's truly also understanding that our body holds all our wisdom, our magic, our power, but also our wounds and the parts we've neglected. And as we come into the body, that's also where our power is, but it's also inviting us to feel again, maybe what we have not been wanting to feel for many, many years. And through embracing that with love, it opens a lot of power and magic, and we can stand in our truth, and it stops the inner sabotaging. Because I think, especially as an entrepreneur, but just in general, it's so important to really believe in ourselves and believe in the vision, because we're all, if you're tuning into this, we're all pioneering something new. We're creating this new earth, something we have not experienced before. So that is inviting you to come out of your comfort zone. And it's inviting you also sometimes to create something that your environment hasn't seen before. So you need to be very truthful to your vision, to yourself, because otherwise, like, if you are searching for the validation outside, it is making you stumble or making you wobbly. Or, yeah, so there are a lot of, I really, sometimes my human self doesn't really always find it that fun, but my soul, it's really like, it's really empowering, this journey. And what I also love when I guide others create a project, just like you're doing with books and all of that, because when we're creating something tangible, it will activate all these different things within us, beautiful things, but also like traumas that are ready to be released. And it's understanding that it's all part of us. So we can push it away, but at one point it will just rise up and it will keep asking attention. So it's in this embracing with love, everything, we get to rise and we get to stand in our truth and, yeah, get to be this embodiment of our pure essence. And I think that's in essence where we're all being guided towards. So, yeah, the calling home and yeah.
The most, if we want to use the word comfortable, that is the
Yes.
most comfortable place to be so that we can effortlessly receive the unknown, which some of us would call discomfort, but it's just the
Yes.
unknown. It's the
Yes, it is.
magic. It's the
Yes.
magic of God source divine. And
Yeah.
oh, I love this. So you're going to share some really brilliant tips with us today. I know that you are, because I mean, we've done
Yes.
some things together and we've played together. Um,
Yes.
so without further ado, tell us,
Yay.
it says 3 tips you're going to share. What is the first fun and easy tip, Kim, that you'd like to share with the audience today?
I already shared a little bit, but it's the power of love, because it truly is like, as you step into this business, as you are being invited to grow your audience, grow your business, grow whatever your projects, you're being invited to stretch out of your comfort zone. And that means the power of love, inviting the love in for all of the parts that you get to reconnect with. Like, as you stretch, as you grow, hold yourself with compassion, hold yourself with love. And in that, because a lot of us, when we feel contraction or when we feel triggered, we go in this contraction and we feel uncomfortable, and but we don't allow the energy to flow. And it is only through the power of love we can allow this part to be seen with compassion, with love, with openness, and that allows the energy to flow. And it's inviting this power of love to bring that flow in the unknown, in the uncertainty, because that's the only way we're moving forward. Like, yeah, our mind likes likes the comfort zone, but as an entrepreneur, we're constantly pioneering. So love is your support. Love for yourself, love for everything you're doing, love for your shadows and your beauty. So embrace love. I think it's one of the most profound ones, but it's not only in entrepreneurship, it's in every part of our lives. But yeah.
Well, it's a good one. And as I believe, extraordinary entrepreneurs realize that very idea, as I was telling you pre-show,
Yes.
once we look at it all, it's not what we're doing in our life and our business isn't separate. It's our service.
Yes.
And when you love yourself,
Hmm.
it's way easier
Yeah.
to love everyone around you.
Yes, it is.
And you're not doing it artificially. And when you hold that loving vibration, people see that, they move towards you.
Mhm.
And what I like about this very piece, and we'll get to step 2, everybody. I know
Yes.
you're chomping at the bit. Get it, I hope you're writing all this down.
Yes.
Is when you do that, it makes business easier because people can feel your vibration.
Yeah.
And you find that you're working or you're serving people that are easy to serve. You don't end up with a business that has a bunch of delayed payments or
Yes.
delayed outcomes. That's what I've learned about serving from your number one tip.
Mhm.
Serving from the power of love within, so that it can be authentic
Mhm.
outside. So thank you. So
Yes.
number 1, the power of love, Kim. All right,
Yes.
what's lucky number 2?
Number 2 is being your authentic self. And in the end, it's also a byproduct again of the power of love. But what I notice in my own journey and with others I guide, the more authentic you are, the more powerful your message, because it comes from your truth. And it is understanding that when we express, and expression is not only through words, it's through vibration, it's through everything we put out. Even like an invoice we're sending out, there's a vibrational resonance behind it. And when you're doing it from this authentic centeredness in yourself, there is a vibration. And it's understanding that you are here on the earth to anchor something only you can anchor in a vibration, only you can express it. So when you do that, it creates this, yeah, this beautiful desire also out there, and people see that. People see this authenticity, they see this pureness, this rawness, but also things go effortlessly because you don't have to think of a script, you don't have to create something, you don't have to, like, where a lot of people sometimes are afraid making mistakes, or no, you're authentically yourself, there are no mistakes. You can just show up as yourself everywhere you're going, and in that you're enough. And that is coming back to love. You are enough, and it's only you being you and allowing you to have a voice to express. And that is your biggest contribution. And I think it doesn't matter what kind of business you have, authentically being you, and also in that being open and authentic to others. And that's also like, if with clients, with beautiful souls you get to connect with, they also want to be seen in their pureness for who they are. They don't want this, maybe in the old paradigm way of business, there was this sugar coating, or it needs to be look like this, or no, just be you. And in that, beautiful things unfold. But yeah, I think that's a beautiful one.
That is a beautiful one because people can smell it.
Yes, it
I
is.
mean,
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Yes.
you can
Yeah.
really, and that too. I want to circle into that and hook that in, because in your business, your life, your service, if you find that people aren't as apt to move closer to you, or you're feeling a struggle,
Mhm.
I'm going to use that word, um, that would be the first place I would say go check in with your
Yeah.
own authenticity. Go make sure that your offers, your pieces, your extensions, your things are something that you deeply, authentically want to
Yes.
serve,
Yeah.
to be a part of. This,
Yes.
because this could be a really tricky one in
Yeah.
entrepreneurship. Why am I not getting clients? I'm going live every day. I'm sending emails. That's what
Yeah.
I always say to my clients, like, well, let's check in again. Where in this piece is there something maybe that you're trying to offer that you're not really aligned with, that you don't really want to do?
Yes. Yeah. And I think also shifting the way of doing business. Like, the earth is shifting, the vibration on the earth is shifting, and that's also inviting us to also create these new templates of entrepreneurship or these new templates of serving, where sometimes we can think and we're copying a multi-million dollar business, but 10 years, 20 years back, that worked for them. But we are not living that time anymore. So yes, they have gained wealth and business from all of that, but it's understanding as we're starting right now or just a couple of years back, it's understanding that we're pioneering also this template on a whole new level, and we are being invited to rediscover ourselves and to rediscover this way of doing business, and it only comes from authenticity again. So it's like sometimes we look at these old templates, but they are not our future. So it's also the business entrepreneurial parts, they're also being invited to be created from something new, from something that is guided from your inner wisdom and your inner power, and because that will help you to move forward, not the old templates. At one point, they will all, yeah, no,
The old templates. But
yes,
you nailed it. This is one thing that I call in every morning or claim. Uh, in limitless support in ways I have not seen
yes,
or felt before. Like
I love that.
how I
Yes,
got comfortable with that
yes,
is, oh, I'm calling it in. I'm calling in new experiences,
yeah,
new platforms, new templates in ways that I have never seen or imagined
mm,
before. And
yeah,
I set up that helps my frequency rest in the knowing that everything's going to look different and we want it
yeah,
to.
yeah,
So when you're in your body, you can feel the yes
yes,
and you can feel the no.
mm,
When you're clear authentically, Kim, these are great. When you're clear in your authenticity, it also gives you an enhanced feeling of yes, that's a no. This person will work great in my company. This person will not. And yada, yada, yada. So
yeah.
wonderful. So, number one, the power of love. Number two, being authentic. And lucky number three.
Yes, doing the inner work. So what I notice in my, yes, it is like also coming, like letting go of these old templates. What I notice when I do the inner work, things magically start to shift in my service, in my business, in working with others. Beautiful people come on my path, just like you. And but it's doing the inner work. It's following this inner guidance and embracing every part of you again with love. They're all coming together full circle. But it's all about like where before visibility was out there. No, visibility is within. It's just as you are beautifully sharing. It's the inner work. And because also the type of business or mission or service we're creating, it's not per se that it's something that is standing alone. No, it's a part of who we are. And it is our embodiment that we're sharing. So if something is not working, it's inviting us to go within for the solution and not out there. And when we're willing to witness all that is happening, because again, the world around us is a mirror. So also our business, our service, it is a mirror. So what is it mirroring? And are you willing to see it? Because in the end, it's a huge gift. Just like me becoming sick 5 years ago, I can now see how the universe guided me and how it was a huge wake up call for me to step into the service where I am now and to learn more, relearn more about myself and to really come home. So it's understanding this greater picture, how everything is constantly inviting you to go within, rediscover who you are in your purest form. And then it comes back to when you reconnect with that, you can even be more authentic out there and stand in your truth and in your resilience and in love and all of that. So yes, do the inner work because it's really your biggest contribution.
This is Kim's holy trinity. I love it. The
Yes.
power of love, being the authentic self, and the inner work. Okay, so I'm just gonna stretch out for one piece, one gift for the audience. One piece of advice or tip that somebody who's maybe like, what do you mean inner work? Like, how can I start this? Like one really easy way that you can start going in.
So when you notice, like in your business, because we're talking about beautiful mission, purpose, vision, business tips. If you notice like you're constantly going through a certain cycle, so maybe you're not attracting enough clients as you would desire. So then go within and take a moment in meditation or a moment in silence and just feel what it does with you. What is truly the story? Like, do you don't find yourself worthy enough? Or do you think you don't have the capacity? You don't know how, people don't like you, all of that. Just go within that and without judgment, notice what is happening. Maybe there's a part of your body that starts to ask attention when you tune into that vibration. And then it's coming back to love and witnessing that part and asking what it needs. Because
Mm.
that's also an important key. Ask your body, your cells, your organs, every part, your emotions. What do you need from me in this now moment? make it your friend, because in that you get to elevate. In that you let the contraction open up and the flow can come in and the universe can guide and support you. So go within and communicate.
Listen for that answer. Even if you don't like
Yes.
what it's saying,
Yes.
listen to the answer that says, because you're not doing it right, or just
Yes.
listen to the answer. You don't have
Yeah.
to embody the answer, but just listen to it and write it
Mhm.
down, because clearly what you've just suggested is really just getting to the deep thoughts of what you really believe about yourself.
Yeah.
And you'd be surprised, most entrepreneurs, I don't want to use this word lightly, it doesn't happen for them in the first 1 or 2 years. They fail, or they get out, or they quit, because
Yes.
they didn't allow themselves to hear the answers of what was getting in the way. We looked so much for outside answers, and there are
Mm,
some good outside answers. Don't get me wrong here. We're
yeah.
mentors, we're coaches, we
Yes.
support people in transforming, but there is also a skill of receiving the internal answer that you hear and sitting with it
Yeah.
and being with it. So, gosh, Kim, you're such a blessing in my life. I am
Thank
just
you. You
so
too.
grateful to
Yes.
have stood in my own authenticity so that we could attract one another as you stood
Yes.
in your authenticity, because that's
Yes, it is.
what
But it's also understanding, I think sometimes we also have our own blind spots. So it's good that sometimes people guide us, but still the answer is within. It doesn't mean we have to do it alone, but it's like, so I love that. And I think I'm coming back to what you shared in the beginning, community. Because we need each other, like we to support each other, to elevate each other, to inspire each other, because we are all on this journey. And not every day will be easy, but then you need beautiful souls around you that say, you're going to do this and you're going past this, and this is not your truth. And we need that. So community is important as
community
well.
is so powerful.
Yeah.
And that space holding, that's what I was going to with that whole
Yes.
individual piece too. Like, sometimes you just need a mentor or a coach or a
Yes.
loving heart to hold the space while you ask yourself that question. So there
Yeah.
are the blind spots, but the truth of the matter, one quick and easy way you can start today is sit down and say, okay, ask yourself, ask your organs, ask yourselves, why
Yes.
am I not getting the conversion rate that I want? And listen and write down. Don't act,
No.
listen. Oh, I
Yeah.
love you. I love being here. Last question. Well, last thing, Kim, how can people get closer to you? How can we step into your loving castle of authenticity and
Yes.
and inner
Well,
work?
there are many ways. You have my website, floweroflove.com, or you can go to, I have a new Instagram account that I'm creating and I'm very excited. It's called Love Empowerment. One word, but it's really about sharing these beautiful messages of empowerment every day. I'm on Facebook and I'm on YouTube, and there are many different channels, but I would say go to floweroflove.com and you'll find many, many, many links to other beautiful things.
Floweroflove.com. I'll have this in the show notes, no worries for those that are
Great.
listening, but in case you're right there at your computer and you want to play the, floweroflove.com, go to what was the name of the new Instagram?
Love Empowerment.
Love Powerments. There you go.
Yeah.
So thank you, Kim. Thanks for sharing your 3 tips, fun and easy tips. These are fun and easy tips, even though I heard you say,
Yes.
sometimes the physical pieces aren't always as fun. But you
No.
know what we say to that? If it's not feeling fun, stop just like you would, close your eyes and
Yes.
say, how can this be more fun?
Yes. I love it. Yes. And I think it's also understanding that our souls, he's screaming, yes. So it's let go of the mind, because our soul is excited for all these adventures. So follow that, follow your heart and follow your soul. And thank you for creating these beautiful moments and for connecting. And yes,
Yeah,
thank you.
aren't we so lucky? We are so blessed beyond belief. All right, listeners, thanks
Yes.
for listening. Until our next session, time, series, show, try some of these phenomenal, fun, and easy tips and let Kim know. Reach out to Kim and let her know how they worked for you. We're here to create loving and lasting change for the collective, through community. So, big hugs and kisses, and I can't wait to talk soon. Bye for now, everyone.